Good day, everyone. My name is Kisha Kimberly Eugenio Cabardas. I'm going to answer the fourth question given by Mom Parts. First is, what are the three branches of governance? The three branches of governance are executive. This branch is responsible for implementing and enforcing laws. It includes the president or prime minister, cabinet members, and other governmental agencies. Second is legislative. This branch is responsible for making laws. It consists of a parliament or congress, which may be divided into houses, Senate, and House of Representatives. Third is juridical. This branch interprets laws and ensures they are applied fairly. It consists of courts, including the highest court, the Supreme Court, and other lower court. Second question is, what is the purpose of good governance? So, the purpose of good governance is to ensure that the management of public resources and the administration of policies and programs are conducted in a manner that is patient, transparent, accountable, equitable, and responsive to the needs and aspiration of the people. Good governance aims to promote social justice, enhance development, and foster public trust in governmental institutions. Third question is, what are the eight basic elements of good governance? So the eight basics of elements of good governance. First is participation, ensuring that all members, including the most vulnerable, have a voice in decision making processes, either directly or through legitimate representative. Second is rule of law. Legal frameworks should be fair and enforced impartially, particularly the laws on human rights. Third is transparency. Information should be freely available and accessible to those who will be affected by governance, policies, and practice, providing clarity on decisions and how they are made. Fourth is responsiveness. Institutions and processes must serve all stakeholders within a reasonable time frame. Fifth is consensus oriented. Good governance meditates the varying interests to reach a good consensus on what is the best interest of the group and how this can be achieved. 6. Equity and inclusiveness. Ensuring that all members of society feel included and their interests are considered, leading to opportunities for all to improve or maintain their well-being. 7. Effectiveness and efficiency. Processes and institutions should produce results that meet the needs of society while making the best use of resources. 8. Accountability. Decision makers in government, the private sector, and civil society organization must be accountable to the public institutional stakeholders. Last question. As a student, how can you contribute to upholding good governance in our country? As a student, you can contribute to upholding good governance by staying informed, keeping yourself informed about current events, government government policies and governance issues, Second, engaging in dialogue. Participating in discussions and debates about governance issues within your community and schools. Third is voting. When eligible, participating in election and encouraging others to vote to ensure that representatives are held accountable. Fourth is volunteering. Participating in community service and volunteer opportunities that promote transparency, accountability, and public welfare. Fifth, advocating for rights. Standing up for your rights and the rights of others. Promoting equity and inclusiveness. Six, joining civic organizations. Engaging with NGOs, student unions, or the civic groups that work towards better governance. Seven, promoting ethical behavior. Leading by example and adhering to ethical standards and promoting integrity in all your actions. 8. Using social media responsibility. Utilizing social media platforms to spread awareness about governance issues and mobilize support for good governance practices. And that's all. Thank you.